Today, I'll be giving us updates about Tinubu's FBI saga. So, after Aaron Greenspan's appeal to the US court that FBI, CIA, and other security agencies should release Tinubu's record so that it can be used in the Supreme Court, Tinubu has appealed the court again, saying that if they release his record, it's going to affect him badly. So, this is what he's saying now. After Aaron Greenspan, David Hunde's colleague, wrote to the US court that the FBI, CIA, and other agencies should release the records they have about Tinubu. He is now begging the court that releasing this document will badly affect him. And we all know that during the Chicago University time, he said that it's going to cost him irreparable harm. Now he's saying that it's going to affect him badly. I'll be giving us updates on this and more, but before we go fully into this, please do well to like this video and please do well to subscribe to our channel so you get updates whenever we post a new video. See the way People's Gazette reported Tinubu's appeal to the US court. They said, Tinubu tells US court he will be badly affected if FBI, CIA release his confidential records. President Bola Tinubu has applied to intervene and subsequently oppose a motion that would have all his records, criminal or otherwise, released by top US security agencies, including the Federal Bureau of Investigation (FBI) and Central Intelligence Agency (CIA). Specifically, Mr. Tinubu pleads that he would be adversely affected should the U.S. Court for the Northern District of Columbia in Washington, D.C. deny his motion to intervene in the matter, according to Brian A. Carey, the attorney representing the Nigerian leader. So this is what Tinubu's lawyer wrote. He said, Mr. Tinubu should be allowed to intervene because he has a direct interest in the record sought. His interests are not fully represented or protected by defendants, and his interest will be adversely affected if he is not permitted to intervene, Mr. Carey pleaded with the court on Monday in a document obtained by People's Gazette. Aaron Greenspan, owner of Plainsight, a website that advocates legal data transparency to end corruption in public service, had in 2022 filed a Freedom of Information request for Mr. Tinubu's records. Greenspan, a U.S. citizen, collaborated with Nigerian journalist David Hunde in applying for the request. The FBI last month said it would comply with the request and release the sought records, about 2,500 pages, in batches of 500 pages monthly starting October. Nigerians had eagerly anticipated the release of the records, hoping they would clarify decades-long controversies about Mr. Tinubu's background and his role in a narcotics dealing that led to his forfeiture of $460,000 in 1993. However, the Nigerian leader is now ferociously fighting to keep those data hidden from the public, much as he did when he sought to prevent his primary opponent, Atiku Abubakar, from accessing his Chicago State University record. So this is it, just like he did during the Chicago State University record, that he told the court that releasing those documents is going to cause him irreparable harm. Now he's saying that releasing the documents will affect him adversely, that it will adversely affect him. This is what Tinubu, through his lawyer, told the court yesterday, that if they get to release his documents, it's going to affect him badly. And now we are wondering, what are the contents of the document that you are saying will affect you adversely? That's the same thing you did when Atiku was trying to get your documents from Chicago State University. You said that it's going to cause you irreparable harm. Yet, you and your people, you are still out there lying that you did not forge your Chicago State University certificate. And now this is the same thing you are doing in this case of FBI. Why not come clean to the people you are leading? Nigerians just want to know about you. You are the president. You owe Nigerians that responsibility for us to know who you truly are. Reacting to Tinubu's appeal that releasing this document is going to affect him badly, this person here on X said, only a criminal acts this way. Everything about this man is full of deceit, lies, contrivance, sham and criminalities. A whole selected president pleading like this: God, who Nigeria offend need to read Jesus. Enough of this madness and international embarrassment and citizens ridicule. Another person here said documents that when released, Supreme Court will still read script to Nigerians and rule based on technicalities. I don't rate Nigeria judicial system again. So this is what this person here is saying, that regardless of how Tinubu is trying to fight, and regardless of the fact that it's obvious that those documents will reveal things about him, and regardless of the documents we got from Chicago State University, that the Supreme Court will still not do the right thing. This person here also reacted and said he only thinks about himself and the damage the release of the documents will do to him. He is not thinking or even bothered about the damage the documents will do to Nigerians if he remains in office. And this is it. You are not concerned about the people you are leading. All you are after is yourself, and that's not the kind of leadership Nigerians want. Nigerians want someone who will have the interests of the people at heart. Because of your Chicago State University saga, Nigerians are now being perceived as forgers. Nigerians are now being seen as people who are not legitimate just because of you. And now all you are after, like this person here just said, is just yourself, not thinking about the people you are leading. Also reacting to this here, this person said, so when he was enjoying the proceeds of crime, he didn't think of the effect, release the records. Another person here also reacted and said he's always been badly affected by one thing or the other. Now only you be the first president of Nigeria will get criminal records abroad. Only criminals can support this man. Let's pretend you didn't know from the beginning, but after seeing all the evidence of forgery and criminal records against this man, you have to be another criminal to still support him. And this is it. And it's actually for those that are still supporting him up till now. Before now, we can say maybe you were ignorant, but now with all of this, it shows clearly that indeed he is a criminal. It shows clearly that indeed he is a forger. It shows clearly that there is something he's trying to hide. Yet, we still have people who are supporting him, supporting someone who does not have any clear plan for Nigeria, no clear plan for the people, no clear plan to move Nigerians forward. Yet, you are still supporting him. What are you supporting? One thing about this kind of people is that what they are after is just their pockets. They're just after appointments. They're just after their pockets, not after Nigerians. Or they're just tribalistic, who are happy that their own person is there, not looking at the future of Nigeria and the great harm that this is causing us as a nation. Also reacting to this person here said, I laugh. Who cares about Tinubu's reputation or emotions? If heaven wants to fall, let it fall. The FBI and CIA must, as a matter of urgency, release every piece of information they have, whether personal or confidential, to the general public. Let's see if the BBC and Tinubu's social media propagandists will come out and say the FBI and CIA have lied against Tinubu as usual. Tinubu can run, but he can't hide forever. And this is it. Is BBC going to come out and say that the FBI and the CIA actually lied, just the way they did in the case of Chicago State University, where they said no evidence to prove that he forged his certificate? Another person here said, what else is he hiding? We already know you are a forger, drug lord and user, potential killer, looter and criminal. Another person here said, same game with the CSU. US judges don't like hearing such. A criminal should, of course, be badly affected. Another person here said, from irreparable damage to adversely affected, President adverse weather condition. The recent plea by Tinubu to the US court highlights a distressing scenario. It's not just about personal ramifications, it's the shadow such action casts on our nation's global standing. When a figure of such political stature voices fear over the release of confidential records by international agencies, It doesn't just hint at personal vulnerability, but also taints the country's image. We must aspire for leaders whose records withstand international scrutiny, not those who fear it. Hashtag leadership without shadows. And this is it. We must, as a matter of urgency, have leaders who can actually stand international scrutiny, not leaders that their records are not clean, not leaders that are scared of international bodies releasing their records. We don't want that kind of leaders, and that's why Nigerians voted correctly. Nigerians voted rightly, but at the end of the day, INEC, together with the president, they rigged the election just to favor him. This person here also reacted and said, "We know, Baba. We already know how bad it looks. Just resign honorably. After all, you don't taste the seat. You don't answer the name too. Your evil past is now catching up with you, and you can't buy your way out of this one." This person here said. He has said that before now. As a public servant, you should be ready for public scrutiny. I hope this will teach political parties to start doing their due diligence before issuing a ticket to any candidate. And this is it. It's going to teach them a lesson to do their homework, to carry out investigation and be sure of the candidate they are putting forward before the elections. And this is it. It's something that is already clear to Nigerians and the world at large. And now you are telling us that it's going to affect you badly. We already know that the records are not clean. Another person here also reacted and said, "From severe and irreparable damage to badly affected, I never see this kind thing before. Like you first know say you no get better record, yet you won't be president by all means. But wondering why the Nigerian court doesn't want to sack this guy. He's really spoiling things for Nigerian citizens. Too much controversy for one person." And this is what we are saying. The Nigerian judiciary, the Supreme Court, owes us that responsibility to do the right thing, because at this time we are actually fighting for the image of every Nigerian, because this is not portraying us good in the international world. It's not showing Nigerians as people of integrity outside, and this is what we are fighting to retain. This is what we want, so that as a nation we will be pictured correctly. Our image out there will not be spoilt just because of one man. Another person here said, "Abado just wants to buy time. He knows he doesn't deserve to be the president of Nigeria, but just like every fraudster, he just wants to buy more time. Every second of delay is an opportunity to spread out his corrupt wings further across Nigeria and beyond. Which other embarrassment and disgrace is bigger than this one that Tinubu is doing to himself on the world stage?" Another person here said, "Internationally, he has no reputation to protect. The international community knows who he truly is, and here in Nigeria, he has the judiciary in his pocket, so no need crying wolf crocodile tears. He knows the Supreme Court will do his dirty bidding." And this is what we are asking, that the Supreme Court should not do his bidding, because we want a better Nigeria. This is one thing Nigerians are asking for. We want a better Nigeria. We want to enjoy the dividends of democracy for the first time. That's why the Supreme Court must do the right thing. That's why the Supreme Court must pay attention to every evidence before them and ensure that they give Nigerians justice. We don't want it to be business as usual, and this will also help the Supreme Court, because it will help to rebuild their image, not just before Nigerians but before the outside world. But them going contrary to the justice that Nigerians are seeking for, it will be so obvious to everyone, even the international community, that our judiciary is dead, and this is not what we want as well-meaning Nigerians. Another person here said, "Tinubu is not just a public figure now, but he is the president of Nigeria, so nothing about his past and present should be a secret anymore. Especially for this reason, the US court should direct the immediate release of those documents and files." And this is it. As the president of a nation, your people deserve to know everything about you. Why are you hiding it? From irreparable damage, now you said you'll be badly affected if your records are released this time around. Also reacting to this person here said, "I am pretty sure You have been trying effortlessly to bribe the US courts and they decline. I want to remind you that US is not Nigeria, where the rich always bribe the judges for them to twist the laws in their favor. Another person here said it's high time we shatter the table completely. We know he has a lot of hidden negative secrets, but the moment he decided to run for the office of the president and snatch the mandate, his immunity was taken away. Another person here said first it was his certificate which have caused so many Nigerians outside some issues and those about to travel. Now this one. Wait, does he even think of the ripple effect on other Nigerians, or he just thinks of himself alone? And this is one thing we've said, he's just concerned about himself. He does not care of how it's going to affect Nigerians. Before now, you said it's going to cause you irreparable harm. And now you are coming out to say that releasing these particular documents from FBI and CIA and other security agencies is going to badly affect you. You are not thinking of how it's already affecting Nigerians. Just like this person said, it's already affecting Nigerians who are about to travel, because they are seeing Nigerians as forgers, that when you bring authentic certificates, they will have to scrutinize it over and over again just to be sure that you do not forge, just like your president. Another person here also reacted and said, "Chai, Tinubu should just quit. He should give up. Just look at what he's being reduced to in public. At this point, his family should be ashamed. The most disgraced president in the world, hiding his records like a squirrel hides nuts." And this is actually not because Nigerians want to disgrace him. This is because Nigerians want to know the truth. And this truth is going to help us in the court. Because what Nigerians want is good governance. And that's why Nigerians trooped out in mass to vote during the February 25, 2023 presidential election. But at the end of the day, INEC did not give Nigerians who they voted for. That's why Nigerians are out to ensure that they reclaim their mandates. This person here also reacted and said, even the Supreme Court is now in a hurry to deliver judgment before the FBI starts to release the documents. Bola Tinubu is a criminal. Everyone should be bold enough to say it. He is globally known already. Another person here said, Tinubu is using the same CSU script. He is so lucky that the judiciary is for sale. If not, he will be packing his bags right now. But he won't escape the international disgrace and ridicule that will follow the release of the FBI document. So this is what this person is also saying. He has also lost confidence in our judiciary, lost confidence in the Supreme Court doing the right thing, and he's saying here that Tinubu is lucky that the judiciary is for sale. That means he's lucky that he can bribe the judiciary, that if not, he must be sacked because of this. But as well-meaning Nigerians, we are still hopeful that for the first time, the judiciary is going to do the right thing and give Nigerians justice, because this is actually a case that is very clear to everyone, even international communities. Everyone is aware of the fact that indeed he forged his Chicago State University certificate, and now these documents that will be released by the FBI, CIA will further buttress the fact that he is not qualified according to the law to be the president of Nigeria, because according to the law, a certificate forger cannot be the president. According to the law, someone with criminal records cannot be the president of Nigeria. But just this one man, he has all of this and is still sitting in the Aso Rock. So these are enough evidence for the Supreme Court to sack him, and we just hope, as well-meaning Nigerians, that the Supreme Court will do the right thing. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. Please do also share your thoughts about the video in the comment section. Please do also like this video, and please do also subscribe to our channel if you are yet to subscribe, so you get notifications whenever we post new updates.